Good morning and welcome to ABC WTVA. I'm Greg Ellis here for Distance Learning 101, and today I am joined by Miss Danielle Ratliff at Tupelo High School, the music teacher, show choir director.
Yes.
And we're going to have fun today for all ages, for all grade levels,
Yes.
for everybody to have a little music, make us feel good, and we're going to see all kind of different techniques that you use with music.
Yes.
So, are you ready to get started?
I'm ready.
All right, well, don't miss a beat, no pun intended, and let's get started with music with Ms. Ratliff.
Okay, so I want to start with technology-related activities. So we're going to go ahead and start. And the first one that I have is this really awesome website called Incredibox. It talks about improvisation, or it utilizes improvisation for students. And it's no fear. A lot of times when we talk about improvisation, that's when you just come up with something off the cuff, and that can be very scary for a student. They don't want to get it wrong. Nobody wants to get anything wrong. And so this is a no fear improvisation app and website. You can do both. You can talk about form, like the structure of a song, texture, how thin or thick a texture is, how many layers of voices you have. Also, you can talk about inner hearing of parts. You can listen to how a bunch of different sounds combine together to make a song. And so you can just shut out some of the voices and hear only some of them. You can add to it. It's just really cool. So you just go ahead and click and you'll come up to the website, and if you scroll down you'll see try web version. I've already clicked on one to make sure that we went ahead and got it pulled up. So basically the little guys pop up, and all of the little icons that you see at the bottom are different beats, different sounds, different voices, bass lines, and all you do is click and drag.
So you kind of create your own orchestra.
You do.
Or band.
So you just keep clicking and you keep adding, and you can never get it wrong.
Well, this is fun.
So we've added a thick texture here because all of them are singing, but I can make it a thinner texture because I can take away the voices, and you can just hear a couple of them so you can hear how that sounds in the big context of the song.
Give somebody a solo.
You can. It's pretty neat. So you can keep adding to it. You can record yours, make it a complete song. You can listen to other people. You can hear their songs and share them. You can even go as far as unlocking different songs with it. There is an app version if you want to pay for it, if you just really enjoy it that much. But they do have a free web version. So that is Incredibox.
So when you introduce this to your students, what are you wanting them to get out of this, that program specifically? I
really enjoy that it's that no fear improvisation. It's really just creating and not being afraid.
Okay.
I use it as a bell ringer sometimes, and I have them share their composition.
Gotcha.
So I just think that it's a real fun way to not be afraid of improvisation.
You give them a free license to be creative.
Yes.
To be creative with that.
Yes. Okay, so going back to our keynote. So another technology activity would be to go to this website called musictechteacher.com. Okay. It's pretty cool because they have a lot of different lessons for music literacy, how to read and write music, also music history, and they have a ton of fun games for both of those things. So when you pull it up, you come to this screen. You can access all the lessons by going to the lessons here on this tab. And for the games, you go to quizzes and games, and you click, and it's just a ton of games. Super, super fun. It's gonna reinforce, we'll do note name invaders. This is going to reinforce note names on the treble and bass clef. Okay. So to play, you play just like the old Space Invaders.
Oh, I love it.
I already died. So you play for a little bit, and then it's going to ask you a question. The second space in the bass clef is C. So if you already know how to read music, you should know that in the bass clef, our spaces are going to spell all cows eat grass from the bottom. So the second space is C, so we're going to type right.
So you kind of get graded as you go along.
You do. So it's questions and playing. So then you submit your answer and it's correct. And then then you get to play some more if you don't die like I do.
And this is why she's a music teacher.
That's right. This is why I'm not a gamer. Anyway, so there are just a ton of games on that. Space
really cool.
Invaders, there's basketball games, there's soccer, there's something for everybody, honestly.
It just aids in the learning process.
Yes.
It makes it fun.
Yes, it's all about fun.
I had that when I learned how to play the piano. It might have been
Right? Me too. Me too. All right. And that is it for our technology-related activities. And then we have some other activities that are for our people that might not want to use technology or don't have access.
So we're going back the old-fashioned way?
Going back the old-fashioned way. All right, so the first thing that we're going to do is talk about high sounds versus low sounds.
Okay.
Sometimes I find that students get confused with high and low. They confuse that with loud and soft. High and low sounds, it refers to pitch.
Okay.
So it's either going to be a real high sound up here or a real low sound down here, not exactly volume,
Gotcha.
loud or soft. So basically, we just want to make sure that we're reinforcing high versus low. Some high examples would be Mickey Mouse, his voice. Hello, boys and girls, you know, real high voice, or birds chirping. Low sounds would be like a lion roar, a gong, a large bell. So we have a little science experiment to talk about pitch today. You're going to need some same size glasses, a spoon, water, and food coloring is optional, but who doesn't like food coloring? So we're going to use some today.
Well, when you came in with all your goodie bags, I thought you were going to have a picnic on the show. So.
All right. Well, let's get set up.
All right, we're going to get set up, and we're going to use the magic of TV to do this, and we're going to have fun with water and pitch. And just like that,
here we are.
Here we are.
Okay, so you're going to want to find glasses that are all the same. And the first thing you're going to do is to tap each one and make sure that they all sound the same. We're going to listen to it.
Does it matter which side?
Doesn't matter. Ooh.
Ooh, that's very different.
Interesting. Lovely. Okay, so we hear what they sound like without any water.
Did you say 3 different sounds?
It just can be any, you're going to just listen to what they sound like before you put
Gotcha.
anything in them. And then we're going to fill them with different levels of water. So I'm going to hand this to you. And we're going to go from no water to a little bit all the way to more water.
All right.
Perfect.
This is much better than the Spanish class and the art class where I had to draw a peacock that I'm still getting made fun for.
Yeah, I don't think there's a way to mess this up.
Oh, don't say that.
We'll see. Okay, you could do it just like this if you don't have food coloring, but let's use some food coloring for fun. Okay, so we're going to do a little red here in this one. Let's make this one red. We'll just make you could make this even a little art project. So next would be in the rainbow. After red, we'd have orange.
I just know the rainbow. I don't know the word.
We're going to have orange. So to make orange, we're going to need, since we only have the primary colors and then a couple of other color, we're going to put a drop of red.
Okay.
And then we're also going to use yellow so we can make sure that it's orange. And then we have yellow. And then we'll have green.
Who knew we were doing the rainbow and colors and
all the things. It's pretty and fun. All right. So if you would, you can give them a quick stir real quick. All right. Doing a great job.
I appreciate it. I passed my.
It's like you've done this before.
I feel like we're about to die Easter eggs here.
Yeah. Okay, so from here we are going to, since it's a science experiment, we need to make a hypothesis.
Okay.
So I'm going to let you do that. We're going to think about the water in each glass and think about which one do you think is going to sound higher and which one do you think is going to sound lower in pitch versus the water.
Okay, I think the less water, the higher the pitch.
Okay.
Am I wrong?
And then the more water, the
the
lower
deeper,
the
yeah.
pitch. Okay, well, let's find out. We got to test the hypothesis. Okay.
Oops.
Ooh, that was interesting.
That one surprised me.
That surprised me too.
That one didn't.
Ooh, yeah. Okay. So you were pretty much right. The more water, definitely the lower the sound.
Right.
To make this a little bit more difficult for our more advanced musicians, you could try to create a song with it. You could do something simple like Mary Had a Little Lamb. You could try to fill it to the right levels to create the right notes for something like Mary Had a Little Lamb. That would take a lot of time and patience. We will not make you do that today, but it is a possibility. Or you could just create your own song with whatever you have here. So, yeah.
But it is neat to see the pitch difference with the water. The glasses are full, and it makes sense because there's on the inside of the cup there's less air. It's as you've got liquid in there that would take away the pitch.
Right. It has less places to resonate.
Exactly.
When you have more, there's a lot of resonance area without the water.
All right. Do we have eggs?
We don't have any eggs today. I wish I would have brought some. That would have been fun.
Awesome. All right. Well, we're going to take a quick break. We're with Miss Ratliff, the music teacher at Tupelo High School. And when we come back, she's got more fun projects for us to do again. Welcome back to Distance Learning 101. I'm Greg Ellis here on ABC WTVA, and I'm with Miss Ratliff, music teacher at the high school. You spent a lot of time at the high school. You're a 2002 graduate of Tupelo High School.
Yes.
You went on to Mississippi College, got your degree in music. You went on to Ole Miss, got your master's in music. Music is just a big part of your life.
It's everything to me. I love it. It's wonderful.
And of course, you were involved in the show choirs.
Show choir, madrigals, choir, you name it. I did it all.
And then when you went to college, were you in a group in college as well?
Yes, we had a collegiate choir. We traveled across the nation, did some really, really cool things. It's a good way to get a scholarship.
So it has defined
Yes.
your life very much. Well, that's
It has.
awesome. All right.
Yeah.
Well, this has been a very unusual show, and I promise you, your TV's not messed up with the lighting. We've turned out the lights here in the classroom. Oh, and we're also here at Church Street filming, and you were a student at Church Street.
It is my favorite building. I love it so much. It's so good to be back
So
here.
it just has come full circle for
It
you.
has.
So we did turn out the lights for, I'm really intrigued. She has not told me what we're about to do, but we're supposed to have a light show of some sort.
Yes.
So I'm going to let you explain what we're doing here.
Perfect. Well, I mean, like a light show with music. How could it get any better?
Right.
We're going to use lights to talk about form today. You're going to need 3 flashlights, permanent markers, plastic wrap, 3 rubber bands. You can pick any song. Today we're going to use Pharrell's Happy. And so we'll teach you how to make the little flashlight parts, but let's talk about form for a second. Form is the overall structure of a song. So different parts of a pop song are generally called a verse, a chorus, and a bridge. Musicians call these different sections by letter names. The first section is always called A, the second one is B. If there's the next section, we call it C. So anytime you hear something different that you have not heard in the song before, we call it the next letter name.
Okay.
So it's kind of like a builder. When they build a house, they need a house plan.
Right.
This is the plan for the song,
Gotcha.
essentially. So yeah. So when we look at the song Happy, specifically, when you look at the very first verse, you can see I've put it in blue on the screen because we are going to use a blue color with our flashlight.
Nice.
So anytime you hear a verse, we're gonna flash our blue lights.
Okay.
Anytime we hear the chorus, we're gonna flash our red light. And then when we hear the bridge will be our C, and we will do our clear lights. So the form is A, B, A, B, C, B, B, C, B, B, which is kind of long, but if you listen to it a lot, you'll hear it. So just to make sure that we understand what the different sections are, let's go ahead and play those little sections so you know what they are when they come up.
Okay.
So the very first section sounds like this.
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here.
All right, so that's our A section, okay?
Okay.
Our B section sounds like this.
Because I'm happy I'm alone. If you
Okay.
That's the chorus. So that's
We're all
our
be in a good mood today.
our B section. And then our C section, the bridge, it sounds like this.
bring me down, can't none bring me down.
Is it called bridge because it pulls the two together? connects the
Yes.
two?
Look at
I should have been
you.
an engineer.
Yes. So the way that we're going to put these together is just with simple flashlights you can get from the dollar store, permanent markers, and a
Okay.
little bit of plastic wrap. So we're going to put those together real quick.
Simple flashlight.
Simple flashlight. All right, if you'll take one of these little pieces of saran. Ooh, they're stuck
Let me
together.
pull. There you go.
Love plastic wrap. So you just put it over the top carefully, and then you just put a little rubber band.
This looks like one you had when you were had braces.
Right, it looks like a little braces. And then you're just gonna color the top of it. You could actually color right on the flashlight if you wanted to, but
Yeah, we don't want to ruin our flashlight. So.
Mom and Dad might not like that. So just color gently on top. So by the time that you get all this put together, after you've colored it, when you shine it, it should show red or blue, and then you have a clear one that is just regular white light. So again, to go back over that, blue is going to be our A section.
Okay.
Red is our B section, and the clear is going to be our
Gotcha.
C section. So let's see how it's working out here. Here we go. You ready?
Sure.
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say.
You just move it around.
Sunshine, she's here. You can take a break.
Make circles
Hot air balloon that could go to space.
up and down. Jaggedy.
The air,
Oh, get ready.
yeah, baby, by the
Here we go.
way. Because I'm happy I'm alone. Feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy I'm alone. If you feel like happiness is the truth.
A light show. Oh, we need the disco ball now.
That's right.
What happiness
Need some glitter.
There's the light.
Yeah, you can make it real concentrated.
that's what you want.
All right, what's gonna happen?
All right, we're about to go to our bridge.
Here come that news.
Oh, we go back to B.
Go back to B.
Go back to B.
Give me all you got. Don't hold it back.
And you just go through like that with the different parts of the song. And you can do it literally with any song because they should all have repeating parts quite generally. So yeah, that is our light show for today.
Voila.
All right.
All right, and you're going to do magic and make all the lights reappear,
Right, right, we're gonna,
and the magic appears.
I love it.
All right, well, that was a lot of fun. Now you've got another activity
Okay.
for us to do. And explain why these activities are important too. We're not just doing it to have fun on the show, but it is a learning tool for kids.
It is a learning tool. The whole point is to have fun while you're learning. Music should be fun. When I was planning all of this, I had not put the music with it yet, and I was just kind of going through it, and I was like, this doesn't seem very fun. But the minute I put music with it, it was a whole lot more fun. So we should be having fun while we are learning, and we use music to make that a fun learning process. Something that's really fun for kids is to play the freeze game. You can use any song from anywhere, whatever you want, and all you have to do is just play the song, and whenever they pause the music, the person has to stop. Whoever's dancing has
Right
to stop and
where
freeze.
they are.
It's just a freeze game. So we're going to do this today.
Okay.
So if you
I
want
get to be in control.
if you want to click on that one,
All right, here we go. Well, a little Jackson 5. Very good. All right, let's see if she can do this again. We told you we were going to have fun today. We beat you by half a second.
You did. The good thing about that is they're working on their motor skills,
Yes.
and so they're moving, but they also have to learn how to stop their body from moving, so it's
Stop your
control.
momentum. Yes.
Yes.
And you get a workout during it.
You do get a workout, so getting up and moving. So the last activity that I have is geared for really all ages, but I think that our older students will really enjoy it.
Okay.
It's just making a personal playlist.
Okay.
Sometimes words are not enough to express how we feel. Music helps us express things, and so when you put music with words, it increases that meaning exponentially.
Okay.
But we don't always have to have words to express what we're feeling. But basically, making a playlist, have anybody's ever made one before? Mixtapes, maybe? Back in the day, I remember making some of those.
Exactly.
You just put together songs that have meaning for you. And right now, I think we are feeling a lot of things. So I put a small little playlist together for myself. Basically, it's been really nice outside, and
Yes.
I'm never able to get outside like I am now, and I'm
Right.
really enjoying it. So my first song was Walking on Sunshine, of course, because it's so pretty outside, and I'm enjoying the nice weather.
And not the stress of work, although we made her work this week.
Right.
For the show.
The second one is sometimes I wake up and I feel pretty chill, but like real happy, but
Right.
everything seems good. Of course, Radiohead again, everything in its right place. Just really like mellow, but good.
Yes.
That's how it feels for me. Sometimes though I wake up and I feel kind of sad. I feel sad about what's going on, our
Right.
world, people struggling. And so I picked this song. It's Adagio for Strings by Samuel Barber. And just the way that the pull of the notes, the melody, and the long drawn out phrases, it just feels like the pulling of my heart.
Very emotional.
Yes. Oh, you can't listen to it without just, oh.
Gives me an opera feel.
It's wonderful. Oh, it's so good. I love musical theater. So
Okay.
I picked one from a musical called Hadestown. When the chips are down, when things are hard, what are you going to do? And that's kind of how I felt recently. Some days I've had to pick myself up. And I like it because it has some irregular rhythms, which is how things kind of feel right now sometimes. It just feels not normal. And I enjoy the percussion. And so this really speaks to me right now. I'm also a child who grew up in the 90s. So sometimes you just want to have music that makes you feel good and fun. You can't have it without Nirvana. You just have to have it on there. Frustration, anger, that guitar.
You get it all right.
It's the best. I also really enjoy beauty. I love, again, I am a choir nerd, so I love choral music. But it's so much more than that for me because I really feel like choirs, it's about a bunch of people coming together to do something bigger than themselves. And they create this beauty by contributing their little part. And it's wonderful. This is by Eric Whitacre. He is my favorite current composer. He is amazing. It's called Water Night. And it's got some really interesting lyrics that are, it's poetry. He heard the poetry that somebody had written, and he sat down and in 30 minutes wrote this piece, and it is just incredible. So you can either just sit and make a playlist like I did. You could write it out, or you could keep a daily log. That would be really interesting, I think, right now, if you just picked a song a day about kind of what summed up your day, and then like at the end of everything, you'll just have this really cool list of songs to remember how we felt. It's just a lot of feelings, I think, going on right now, and it's a good way to express them.
Ms. Ratliff, this was absolutely a great and fun show. It was very different. We had magic, we had music, we had technology, we had it all. Thank you so much for what you do for our students.
Thank you.
In our music department. And we look forward to school getting back to normal, the show choirs, everything.
Yes.
Speaking of show choir, we still have auditions for next year. It's a little bit different, so if you want to real quick tell us a little bit about that.
Sure. So auditions are going to open up on Friday the 22nd. Submissions are due on the 29th, and basically the students will pick a song that they think shows their vocal ability and range. So they'll just make a video of 60 seconds of whatever that is. is. And then they'll learn a dance. On the 27th, we'll upload a video and they'll learn a dance, teach it to themselves, and video themselves doing that, and turn that in to complete their submission along with a couple of other little forms, and that's all.
Not ideal, a little different, but it's where we're at right now.
Yeah.
And until things get back to normal, at least we have the technology to be able to do it.
Very grateful for it.
Awesome. Well, again, thank you so much for
Thank you.
joining us. And we'll see you next here on Distance Learning 101. I'm Greg Ellis. Thank you very much.